to Improvizza. This is the second night of the festival. We have tonight we have two shows. We have a duo with Patti, Stiles and Pierpaolo Buzza first.
Wow! Wow!
We will then have a short interval. It's short because there's no bar, so you have no reason not to come back quickly. It's just a quick biological break time and obviously a discussion perhaps of what you've just watched. And then the second show will be The Extra, directed by Javier Pastor. Yay! Because tonight we will be accompanied by the absolutely magnificent, wonderful, amazing Alessio Granato. So I would like to know how many of you, and I know the answer is not very high, have never watched an improv show before.
Very good.
Very good. Well, I'm going to explain what improv is, just so that you know what to expect. An improvised show is a show with no script. What? These are all improvisers.
What? We are not.
So there is no script. There is what you're going to see tonight is being played here for the very first time and for the very last time. Okay, something that can never happen again. I will leave the introduction of the first show to the people in it. The show is called Mythic. It's about myths in some way or another. We're going to discover it together. And I would like to welcome to the stage the wonderful, amazing Patti, Stiles and
Hi. This is the first time we've ever done a duo.
And maybe the last.
Maybe for you then.
Yeah. When you heard that improv shows are kind of the first time you'll ever see them and the last time, you are seeing a true first.
But maybe not last.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I don't know. We'll see. Where are you from?
I am from Italy.
Where?
I'm from Rome.
Oh.
And where are you from?
I am from Australia.
Where?
I live in Melbourne on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung country of the Kulin Nation.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. No. This part was, we didn't prepare this. This part, I was like, okay. I live in Belgium anyway, so just so.
You see his eyes when I was going Wurundjeri Woiwurrung. He was like, what are you saying?
What? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the Aboriginal traditional custodians of Australia on the area land I live on.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
yeah.
Improvisation, you learn stuff. So we are doing a show around mythic tales, big epic tales. It's something that we discovered both of us actually have a fondness for. So we thought we would try to do it. It might be one tale, it might be a bunch of little tales. We really don't know yet, which is kind of the fun of improvisation. Is anybody here a fan of myths and legends?
Yeah.
Wow, great. What would you say a myth or a legend is? Like, what makes a mythic tale? Yeah.
Like a hero's journey with epic monsters and battles.
Ooh, heroes, monsters, battles. Journeys, absolutely. Yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
A story that expresses some kind of truth that is applicable always in many situations.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Universal truth.
Yes,
Universal feeling.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and I love your shirt. I'm a Star Trek fan. Anything else? Yeah.
It's also the fundative story of a people.
Yes. Yeah, like how the coming of being. Yeah, absolutely.
Giving explanation to natural phenomena like the season.
Yes.
Fire.
Yeah, explaining the unknown.
That's the rule of religion always.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say usually bound to a special geographic location, so something, it's like a store, like a mountain, special mountain, or something that is geographic specific or a culture.
Like explaining, you mean all that, no?
Yeah, but it's usually about some part of the world. It's not. It's a general theme, but it's about a special part of the world.
That's
Yeah.
location specific in that sense.
Yeah, some of them do focus on a particular area.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He very frequently plays with magical realism and tells the origin of something, like or telling religious or spiritual stories, origin of humanity or specific people.
Yeah, and that mythical, magical realism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Something grandiose. It should be like epic and like there's a lot on the plate.
Yes. Hardcore action. Yeah. Okay.
And different worlds like heaven, earth, and world of death.
Yeah.
And it exists in Japanese myth too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, myths go across a lot of different cultures. Yeah.
And somehow they always kind of have a lesson at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
There has to be some kind of thing at
Like
the
a
end.
moral compass, for the good or for the bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you see, we've got a lot to play with.
we will do all of these things.
What?
Imagine that. All of them. We remember all of them. Just each one of them.
Whoa.
I kid. We won't. Absolutely won't.
Yeah, but that's kind of the world that we're going to play in. So we're going to ask you a question. When the blank found or got its blank. Yeah? So when maybe an animal or an insect or a time of year or season
When the flower got its scent.
When the flower got its scent.
It's
Thank
scent
you.
as in
Yeah.
scent. Okay.
It's smell, it's
Yes.
odor. When the flower got its scent. Thank you. I think we're ready.
Can I? Yeah, I would like to ask just one other thing. Where does this story begin? Not anywhere, not near a flower, absolutely. Where
The
does
moon.
it begin? What?
The moon.
You like it?
Sure. Okay. You're so excited
I'm
with the
so
moon.
down with the moon. Yeah.
Okay, great. Shall we try a mythic tale?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do some mythic.
All right.
In the before time, in a cold and barren landscape, there lived a god. This god was alone on the moon. His hair was waist length and a raven black. Each morning the god would get up and sit on the one rock on the moon, looking off the planet into the stratosphere of the other stars and planets floating by. In loneliness he found solitude and peace. And yet, there was something amiss. Something that gnawed at his soul. As he played with the moon dust in his hair, and blew it into the air, he noticed the dust beginning to form, taking a shape. Before him he saw a hand, and then a wrist, leading to an arm, another arm, and soon
I am a god, and I thought I'd never say this, but my prayers have been answered.
I heard your breath of loneliness. I could feel it in the wind.
Have you come to save my soul?
It depends. What does your soul crave and need? And what are you willing to sacrifice for that payment?
Do you see that speck of light that shines bright blue?
Ataris, yes.
That's Ataris. Exactly. There are forms of life that fight and argue and kill each other and for a moment there I thought, okay, and kill each other, but then they embrace and they speak to each other from close, and I can see it from here, they feel their breathing, the breathing of the other on their chest. Like that. And that is my wish. And I'm willing to give away everything I have.
Your wish is to feel the breath of a human, the heartbeat against your own God chest.
Yes.
To bring yourself down to a human's level.
There is no point in being the god of the planet if the planet is empty. I thought it would, but it doesn't.
So you do not see your own planet as beautiful. You, the keeper of the moon, the bringer of the night, the one that lights the way when travelers are lost, where sailors cannot find their way, you are the one that lights that path. And you are saying that is no longer good enough.
Yes. That is what I'm saying.
And with that, she picked up some moon dust and blew it towards him. His body began to disintegrate. The hair turned into flame. His body twisted and turned. And when it reformed, he was laying in a field of green. It was at that time a young woman in a farm nearby happened to be walking through the countryside of Ataris. Are you all right, stranger?
Oh, yes.
Here, have some milk.
Thank you. Carrying a glass of milk.
I was carrying a basket filled with glasses of milk.
It's wonderful.
Why does that seem strange to you? It's what I do every day.
I know.
Everyone in Ataris knows I am the bringer of the milk.
I did not know that. Because I'm not... Because... I had,
Cheese?
I know all sorts of dairy things.
You can drink it and eat it. I'll wait.
So tasty.
It was the first time he had felt any drink or food go down his throat and into his stomach, a sensation he had never had before. Well, I'm glad you like it.
Thank you so much. I must have fallen asleep in this field. And what is your name? Oh, beautiful.
Chime.
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 Nice to meet you, Chime.
What is your name?
I'm the god of the moon. No, please don't. Please don't, Jesus, please don't.
You are touching me.
Yes, I am. You are the first person I see in Ataris, and I need you to keep this secret for me. I came here because I was on the moon and I felt so lonely, I felt so alone. I was the king of an empty kingdom. And I just wanted to come here and be close to people. And now you know my secret and you cannot tell anyone. You cannot tell anyone. Otherwise my god of the moon side will come back.
I would not betray a god. Especially the god that I look up to every night.
I don't know how lonely it is up there.
Or how lonely it is down here.
I see you every day and every night.
You watch me?
No, you personally. I see you. I see your people. I see them. And they're always having fun and killing each other and things not together. And it's... I'm sure you get what I'm saying. I need some I need some companionship. I need to live the human experience. That's all.
And in that moment, the god looked into the human's eyes. And he felt something. Something stirring deep within that he had never felt before. I've never touched a god before.
I've never been touched before. Never ever.
In that moment of happiness, he began to weep. Teardrops hitting the ground, hitting fertile soil. And as this was not just the salty tears of a human, but a god, as they mixed with the soil, flowers began to bloom. All around them, in between them, the whole field turning into an array of brightly colored flowers. Would you kiss me?
I have promised that I would give away the most valuable thing I have to come here. And now I feel ready to give it up.
Taking a deep breath, knowing the doom that he faced.
Goodbye here. So is that what you meant? Is that what you meant? I thought it was the hair. That was the thing I cared about most in my life. Yes, of course. She became priority, but how could you know that? Please, 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 I'm begging you. Bring her back to life, please.
The body began to vanish. The body of the girl dead on the ground. And as it vanished, vapor rose. The vapor swirling around each flower, touching it, perfuming it. And as he walked around, he could smell rose, petunias, he could smell geraniums, he could smell other things as well. Irises. Is your soul empty now? To have had what you've always wanted and be taken away? Or you promised that?
It hasn't been taken away. Because I have something that you will never have.
And with that, he went back to the moon. And this is why, when young lovers look up to the moon, they feel the hope and blush of love. That is how the flower got its scent.
So this was myth number 1.
You look nice in raven hair.
Thank you, dear.
Don't you think?
Yes. I used to have them, by the way. So we weren't raven black, but I used to have them.
Really?
Yeah. It's a real story, but it brought me back memories. Anyway, also the kids brought me back memories. That's another thing. Okay, so should we?
Yeah. Would you like to get another one?
I would love to get another one. So, I would like to know, for example, who begins the next myth? Who do we see in the first scene? Scene 1 opens on which character?
A fish.
A fish. Where is the fish?
In an aquarium.
In an aquarium. Okay. What kind of fish? Because it's,
Clownfish, don't know what it's called.
the one that with many colors.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We got a clownfish in an aquarium. You want to ask something else?
I'm happy for you to ask.
Okay.
This is what fucking
Actually, we're in this together. We rehearsed Finding Nemo for 2 days before. No, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Begin here and see where we go.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
In an aquarium.
In an aquarium.
Starfish. Was doing her daily lap around the aquarium. Morning, clownfish.
Morning, starfish.
It's a particularly wet day today, don't you think?
Oh, I guess. That's like most days around here.
Yep.
Right. Have you... Hey, starfish.
Yes, clownfish.
When you look up, do you know that there's a thing called after you in the sky?
The what?
In the sky.
The what?
There, up.
Hold on. Holy shit!
Right? Those things are called after you.
The sky?
This little... Turn around again. Okay, these little dots,
Yeah.
they're called like you.
Like you. Wow.
No! They're called stars. I've heard that from one of the two-legged things that go out of the water. They were calling it star. And I thought, are they talking about starfish? Which is you? And no, they were pointing up.
Well, that's not very fair, is it?
It is not.
I mean, I'm trapped in here with the daily temperature remaining exactly the same, while they get to explore up there.
Yeah.
Who made these rules?
I do just as much as you. I just heard something from, but I don't know anything that you don't know. Except this one information. Yeah.
I curse all the water gods for trapping me in this water tank when I could be exploring greater heights.
You could be one of them.
I could.
It would be so nice.
It would.
And if you become one of them, can I come with you and I am one of these colored things? I'm all colored already by myself.
I think that's an excellent plan.
Right?
Meanwhile, up in Olympus, the gods were playing badminton. Oh, thank you for the sound effects.
That's Hephaestus we give him for just for the sound effects. Yeah.
Do you ever get bored being a god?
Me? Oh, went all the way down to Athens. Sometimes. Do you?
I'm bored right now. I mean, everything is perfect in our lives. We have everything we want.
You're gods.
We are gods. And yet we play badminton.
Well, I am the god of badminton. So
That's true.
it kind of checks out.
That's all right. And I'm the god of competition. That's
Exactly.
why you lose.
I'm just happy to play.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Someone has just cursed our sister. I just heard someone curse the water gods.
No, that's not. Nope, that's not okay. No.
Let's turn on the view screen.
Absolutely. Turns out to fish.
How dare they? In their puny existence. How dare they think that they can just name or curse a god? They should be happy with the life they are given. They should be satisfied that they're even alive.
Act like this is scaring me a little bit. Okay, like this.
Are you saying that you will stand by and let our sister's name be cursed? That you will not avenge her?
Yes! Let's go and avenge her.
Oh, I thought you were saying yes, that you would stand
No,
by.
of course
Oh,
not.
good.
I can never say no to you when we're in this mode because you're the god of competition. You could really do some harm to me, but I don't want that.
Clearly, humans are not the only ones we need to teach a lesson to.
No, they are not. Let's go together. And,
In the water tank. Whoa. Whoa! When do we get waves in the tank? Whoa!
I come from the limbus of the gods. I am the god of badminton. Is it you that cursed the goddess of the ocean?
I
Is
did!
it you?
Yes!
Why did you do something like that?
Because
the gods
I'm stuck here in the water and I want to be in the sky!
The gods are pissed. The god of competition is coming for you.
I'm here!
Okay.
And I heard you trying to protect that measly thing.
Me?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I heard you, brother.
I would. Because I have compassion. Just fish.
Compassion.
Yes.
Is that what you have?
Yes.
And with that, her anger bubbling and boiling, she brought up her power and turned, and in one fell swoop, turned him into a seashell. Now you can be a home for one of your beloved creatures that you feel so tenderly for. And I shall look after our sister's name. You. I didn't mean to make you angry, but you did. I just
I was in it as well. We both want to be up in the sky.
Oh, you want to be in the sky?
Yes,
do
I want
you?
to be with my starfish.
Fine. And with that, they were both thrown out of the tank, above the tank, into the air, flying above the trees. Oh, this is amazing! Look at this!
We can still breathe!
Ah, this is a wonder! Ah.
I cannot move now. See, there's a star on the tip of your left finger, and a star on the tip of your right finger, and a star on your third eye, and a star on each of your feet, and I have stars everywhere.
And with that, the god of competition looked up and moved her hand. And as she did, the stars began to pull on all corners and aspects of the clownfish and the starfish, pulling them wider, spreading them out, and turning them into a large arc that encompassed the world. Mommy, what is that up there?
Honey, that's the rainbow. Do you know how the rainbow came to be? There's a legend that the rainbow, that the colors of the rainbow come from the color of the clownfish. So whenever you see a clownfish in a tank, just like that,
Yes.
you can see tiny rainbows going. And the rainbow, the legend says that it's so bright because very close to the clownfish, there's a star that gives it its light. And so the starfish and the clownfish that love each other very much will always be together in the rainbow.
Is that why it only comes out when it's raining? Because they were in a tank?
Yeah. Because water. And also because the cloud cry.
Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Can I have when a time of year, a season?
Spring.
Spring. When spring got its, or an element of spring that it, what's springy?
Blossom.
Blossom. Yeah?
Blossom, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When spring.
It's all flower themed today, I feel like.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
what, sorry?
Ah, when spring got its blossoms and allergies.
And now it's both of them.
Yes.
They're in the same, you're in luck because it's the same myth. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this.
I just need a drink of water. Alessio, inspire us.
High up in a tree, there were many leaves. But the leaves were not green, they were dead leaves. And on the leaves there was snow. The whole tree was white with snow. And there was snow all over the ground. And it was freezing. And the sun was there, but it was beneath thick and thick layers of clouds. So the light that shined on this tree and all the surrounding bushes was faint, was gray. And if you laid there in the sun, you could almost feel the coldness. At the bottom of this tree, there was a little boy who was with a little knife engraving something on the tree. that you?
Yes.
Can you feel things?
I can feel the knife going into my flesh. What a naughty, naughty boy you are.
It's how I pass time.
By hurting others?
Others. You're 3. Others. Besides, it's all your fault if I'm cold.
How is it my fault if you're cold?
Because you block the sunlight and you project all the shadow. And before you grew, it wasn't like that.
And as he stared at the bark of the tree, the old witch, her face started coming through the bark.
She knew it. I knew it.
She started to take over the limbs of the tree, moving the mighty branches, pulling up the roots, and moving towards the young boy.
My mom is cold at home, and my baby brother, he needs heat, otherwise he will die of hypothermia.
So you plan to cut me down?
No, just to draw on you, and yeah, to cut you down.
Oh, so first I'm a problem because I blocked the sun, and now you plan to kill me, is that the truth?
Because you're planning to kill my family.
And with that, as he desperately tries to stab the mighty tree, the limbs went through his flesh, pulling him up into the air, rustling him through the dead leaves and snow, and then pulling him into the sap of the trunk of the tree. Foolish mortal. Foolish child. Oh, yes, I can see you seeing me. I am the one that put you in the tree. I am the one that moved the tree. And now, you will not be able to help your mother, or your brother, or anyone else. For you are now the reason they are cold and may die. And with that, she vanished into the darkness. The boy lingered. He tried. And while he was trapped in the tree, across the valley, his mother looking out a window.
Tom? Where's Tom?
He's gone to get some firewood. He'll be home soon.
Usually, he's already home. I'm cold. And if he doesn't come back with the firewood,
I know. He'll be back. We just have to believe. Okay?
is it gonna be enough?
We will make do. Like we always do. We will find a way.
How?
Here. Have the last of the warm milk. Take my coat.
Thank you.
And try not to lose faith, okay?
I'm afraid faith alone is not gonna be enough this time. Why don't we go to, it's night, why don't we go to sleep? And tomorrow, he will be back.
He will be back. In the milk, the mother had put a little herb, just to help him sleep. For she knew it was cold, and the cold was torturing his poor body. As he drifted off, she took tablecloths anything that was in the house. Towels. She even took the curtains off the window, threadbare and full of holes as they were. And tenderly, she cocooned him in every warmth she could find. Knowing he'd be asleep for a while, she began the journey to find her older son. Back in the forest, the tree, tormented, began to make a sound. The sound carried through the waves, airways, up to the clouds. They began to swirl and move in great movement. Every sound pushing and pushing and pushing until the clouds began to separate and drift. The sun's rays beginning to shine down upon the tree, warming the tree, expanding the bark, melting the snow as it dripped down onto the ground, melting the snow on the ground as it dissolved, shaking free the roots of the tree. Tom! Tom! Are you out here, Tom?
Hey, I know it's you. I know you can't speak to me. I know it's you. I'm not cold anymore. And I know why I recognize you. It's because there's this beautiful drawing engraved in the bark of the tree with Mom's face and me and you, and it's just like the one left on the kitchen table. I promise I will come here every day without Mom knowing, and I will bring you back home. I promise.
Mother, feeling the heat in the valley next to the old tree, looks down upon the bark and sees a drawing of her likeness. As she touches the drawing, a face comes out of the bark. The face of Tom. Oh, my son. My son! What has happened to you?
I became a tree.
How did you become a tree?
I wanted to be next to my brother. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm really sorry, Mom.
And as she stared at the face, she can hear a cackling in the background as the old witch returned.
We will never be a problem for you anymore, Mom.
Oh, what a sweet sight. Look at you, looking at your son, wondering why he can't climb the tree today. This is the price for your sunshine. For as he tried to cut down my majestic trees, I made him one so he could feel his own pain, his own tyranny. And although he's managed somehow to move the clouds so that you can feel the sunshine, you will never be free of the grief of your son being stuck in the tree.
We are both trees now.
Both of you?
Yes, Mom.
The mother thought for a minute, and on the ground, she saw the small pocket knife that her son had used to carve the image of herself. She picked it up and hid it from the witch. In her back pocket, she had the herb in which she had put in the son's milk that clearly didn't work the way she thought it would. She walked tentatively towards the witch. Is there any way that you can give me my sons back? Hell will have to freeze over before you get them back. I see. And with one fell swoop, she threw the herb into the face of the witch. It went into the witch's eyes. She breathed it in and then sneezed. Achoo! As she sneezed, momentarily her eyes closed. They started to puff and get red. She started to get all that gooey stuff out of her nose. She was drooling and dribbling and sneezing. Achoo! Achoo! What have you done to me? Achoo! And as she was transforming, the mother stabbed once right in the heart with the pocket knife.
Thank you, Mom.
Her son's released from the tree. She pulled the knife out. The blood dripping on the ground. The witch dying. The herbs on the now moist soil from the snow and the sun. Made its way in a stream towards the tree where the boy once was. It went through the roots and up into the tree, and the dead leaves filled with snow turned from their brittle brown to bright green, each one with a little blossom at the end. For this was a cherry tree all along. All the trees began to sprout these beautiful pink flowers everywhere. The bees came swirling. The valley became prosperous. The family were never cold again. I told you once to never play with pocket knives. But this time, I'm glad you did.
Thank you, Mom. Story and be grateful for you have saved the lives of at least 2 kids, but possibly many, many more. So that's
Thank you for your offers, your generosity, and witnessing the first time we've done Mythic. It's been a joy and pleasure.
Thank you so much.